Hello there, David Taylor on Mr. Pelargonium back with another video for the Pelargonium and Geranium Society. Now this is actually just a small update to the compost testing that I'm actually doing. You may remember I'm using a peat-free John Innes. But I think I said at the time that in my original video that I wasn't too happy with the way that was going. The problem that I had with the peat-free John Innes was that it just didn't mix very well, and in many ways it was almost like growing a plant in like sort of little pellets. Absolutely awful compost. And although this one doesn't seem to be doing too bad in it, to be quite honest, I mean this is a very fast growing plant. Dries out very quickly, and realistically it needs watering every 2 seconds. It really is shocking stuff. So what I decided to do, I'm actually going to make my own John Innes formula. Now Melcourt, they make the Silver Grow compost, which are almost like the professional versions of these peat-free composts that many of the professional gardeners and nurseries use. Now they actually do make a John Innes Formula 2. But the thing is, it's very, very expensive, really chronically expensive. They only make a small bag of it as well, a specific John Innes 2. I think they make a 3 and a seedling version as well. But it's very, very expensive. It's not viable for someone like myself who uses masses of compost each year to use. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm actually formulating my own version of John Innes. John Innes, well, you call it number 2, whatever. But what I'm using to make that, I'll just put some pictures up. I'm going to use an organic topsoil, which is like the loam equivalent, in with the Silver Grow multi-purpose, which I have been using anyway. And I'm going to mix a bit of sand in. So the actual proportions are going to be 2 parts of the topsoil, 2 parts of the Silver Grow multi-purpose, and 1 part sand, and that's effectively going to make my own sort of John Innes mix. I will then add to that 2 parts of perlite for my actual mix that I will use. But I mean, I've looked on the formulation on the web and even on the packs of the peat-based John Innes that I've got, and the actual peat content is 45%. So the mixture is more or less 50-50 for the sort of loam proportion and the peat proportions. So that's going to be, going forward, what I use as my peat-free sort of John Innes alternative. So there we go. That's just a little update on the sort of trial. I'll keep you obviously updated with how the trials are going. But as I say, one of the things that I have found, certainly with this John Innes peat-free mix that I was doing, dries out in 5 minutes. Needs an awful lot of watering. So that's one of my initial takings of the peat-free content. But as I've said, I'm more confident with this sort of peat-free John Innes mix that I'm going to be making up. It's going to be much sort of slightly denser but softer and a bit lighter, and I'm hopeful that will act more like the sort of traditional peat-based compost that I'm used to. So that's just a little update on the trial that I'm undertaking, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye for now.